Welcome to Pursuer of My Hobbies. My name is India, and thank you for clicking on this video. Today's topic is going to be about developing pieces efficiently. The core strategy concept of this topic is don't move the same piece twice in the opening unless you have to. What that basically is saying is that the first 10 to 12 moves in the game are for developing your army and not for attacking. I think this goes back to the previous topic of controlling the center. It ties in pretty much. You go from controlling the center to placing your pieces in strategic areas in order to begin attacking efficiently, which makes a lot of sense. I'm excited to go into this lesson. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do a lesson on chess.com. We're going to do some practice, and then we're going to do an annotated game. We're going to go have fun with it. Hey, welcome back. We're going to get right into it. We're on chess.com on my iPad, and we're going to start with the next lesson for developing pieces. I remember when I first started playing chess, like when I was a kid, I didn't really know anything. I mean, I knew how the pieces moved, and I would always move the pawn to the center. Not because I knew why, but because I knew that's what everyone did. Now that I'm knowing why you want to move a pawn into the center squares, things make much more sense now. Anyways, let us start the lesson. White decides to move the knight on g1. What's the best square for this piece? It's gonna be fc. No, I'm sorry, it's gonna be f3. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the name of the squares and like how it's notated. How can black develop a knight to defend the e5 pawn? The knight on b1, and we're gonna move it to c6. How should black develop a bishop toward the center? The only bishop we can move is going to be the bishop on f8. Let's move this bishop to... Should it move to d6 or c5? Let's do c5. So white enjoys a huge lead in development. How can we combine the power of our pieces? Wait, how can we combine the power of our pieces to first check and then checkmate the king? I know we're gonna want to move the knight, but I need to think of like where. It's probably gonna be in g7. That would give our king a check. Okay, let's do it. Wait, hold on. No. Oh no, I'm sorry. I got that confused. I don't know. What should I do? Yeah, baby, I don't know. What is the answer? Like, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be obvious, but for the life of me, I cannot see it. Like, what is the answer to this? Let's just move something. Yeah.
Nice try, but this move does not check the king. Try to find it. White enjoys a huge lead in development. How can we combine the power of our pieces to first check and then checkmate the king?
I don't know, love. Okay, let's go. Sorry, I had to watch the video because I felt like I was losing it. The bishop should move here. Now let's invite another piece to the attacking party and deliver a checkmate. I think it's going to be the other knight, this knight on c3. We're gonna move the knight from c3 to d5. Yes, okay. Kick my bishop while also blocking my checkmate threat. We could do that by using the pawn here. There we go. Let's develop the knight to a strong square, which also threatens to capture white's queen. It's going to be from G8 to F6. I got it. Okay, the lesson is complete. As you can see, my username is I'm_IndieRay. I don't know if you can add friends on chess.com. Sorry, I'm like still kind of new to it. But you can add me if you want. And then we're gonna go back into following along with the course. I'm going to do some practice examples. To do that, let's just play a bot. We're really not trying to finish a game fully. We're just looking at examples of how to develop our pieces. The first step is going to be moving our pawn to e4. Then let's develop our knight to f3. And let's bring out our bishop to c4. The bot is kind of playing along pretty well. Now we're going to bring out the other knight to c3. Next, we are going to castle. This is pretty much puts into practice how to bring out our pieces. I'm going to go a little bit further and also try to bring out the other bishop as well. I want to see if I can get it to... Do you think if I put that pawn to d4, it'll try to take it? Just out of curiosity. Let's see. Okay, I didn't want it to take it. So I'm gonna bring that back. And what I'm gonna actually do is gonna do d3. I'm going to bring out... I guess I can bring it out to here. e3. And I'm going to bring out the queen to e2. And let's move our rook to d1, e1. So I think this encapsulates the perfect example of developing pieces efficiently. With this, I could probably start attacking now, but I'm gonna leave this where it is right now, okay? Alright, so we just finished our practice, and now I'm gonna do an annotated game. I'm gonna do it in two parts. I'm gonna do one by myself that follows along with the course again, and then another is going to be me just looking up some videos on YouTube to see how other people do it as well. In order to play by myself, I go to more, analysis, new analysis. Let's start with white. What we're trying to do is the Italian game, which is supposed to be the model of efficient development. Yeah, let's see how this goes. So the first move is white to e4, and then black to e5. So that's considered the king's pawn opening. Okay, interesting. Next is knight to f3. Same on the black side, knight to c6. It's interesting that the names are changing. I wonder what this little section here is with all the notation. I guess it's giving you possibilities of moves you can make next, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Anyways, moving on. Next, we're moving our bishop to c4. So now it's considered the Italian game. Their bishop is going to move to c5. And now it's called Gyoko piano game. I should look up who that is. Okay. Next is c3. c3, we are preparing d4. Black is going to develop their knight to f6. Next, we're going to move to our pawn to d4. And then e is going to take d4. After e takes d4, we're going to use c to take d4. And then we're going to do bishop moves to b4. So this is a perfect example here of controlling the center, but also not really protecting our king here, because it feels like we should have castled a long time ago and we haven't. It feels like we should have also brought out that knight and that bishop like maybe 2 or 3 moves ago, right? Next, we're going to protect our king by moving our knight to c3. Black is going to move to d6. We are able to castle on both sides. This castling has definitely saved us, but I feel like there's a better way to do this. But yeah, this is just a good example of full development achieved on the board. This is pretty much what we're looking for. Both sides have developed the pieces pretty nicely, pretty well. From here, I would move our bishop and our queen out so our rooks can, come to the center and kind of protect that. In conclusion, from the solo game, we have our center pawns placed, our knights and bishops are developed, and our kings are castled, and our rooks are nearly connected. So once the bishop and the queen are moved from here, our rooks would be connected. The pieces are ready, so from here would be a good place to start attacking. Now from here, I'm gonna do a game review. So let's take a closer look at this game and start review. A strong opening that strikes the center and offers several strong follow-ups. NC3 is the last book move. It blocks the check while developing the knight, but leaves the e4 pawn hanging. Okay. Next. So castling to the same side of the board is a more cautious approach. Okay. It looks like that's it for our game review. Thank you guys for watching. Our next video is going to be doing another game, and we're also going to do the second version of the annotated game, which is looking at some videos on YouTube. And I'm also going to be doing some practice games till checkmate or till stalemate for the next video. Well, thank you for watching. I want to invite you to follow along with my journey, and thank you.